welcome to our Yule Tarot readings for 2022. This has been a long time coming. We are almost all the way through. Actually, this actually does mark the completion of a year's worth of tarot, because I started with in bulk last year, didn't I? Happy solstice, happy Yule. I hope you have been having a wonderful winter holiday, whatever specific one you might celebrate. Today is admittedly the 27th of December, as you will see from my Yule vlog series. So I am filming this late. Apologies, thank you for your patience and your understanding, but we will jump in here fairly quickly. I am, of course, following the same format that I have done for the last several years worth, apparently now, tarot videos, where I will be doing 3 cards plus the bottom of the deck from Waite-Smith style tarot. In this case, I'm using the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot cards that my friend Haley gifted to me for Christmas last year. And as our oracle component, we're going a slightly different direction in that these cards function kind of like a magic 8-ball. So it's a yes or no deck with some chance of getting no answer at all. In that regard, we're going to do the Waite-Smith Tarot, the Night Before Christmas cards, the way we've always done, where it's going to cover whatever you need to know, whatever guidance you need most for the period of time between Yule and Imbolc, which is the 1st of February. The Mystic Oracle, what we'll do is I may end up doing this reading in completion first before I even draw one of these, and perhaps I'll have a most pertinent question come to mind that this will help answer. But it is going to be a little bit different because of the nature of these cards, but I thought I would give them a try. While I have you here in my intro phase, I want to remind everybody that I'm very close to 100 subscribers. This video may go up a bit late for y'all to be able to get it before my birthday, but it would be amazing if for my birthday, which is the 5th of January, we could get me to at least 100 subscribers here on this YouTube channel. So if you aren't already subscribed, which many of you are not according to these statistics, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and while you're down there, click that bell button and turn on all notifications. That way you will never miss a single one of my videos when it premieres here on this channel. You will know as soon as I post one to be premiered. You'll know 30 minutes before the premiere, and then you'll be notified when the premiere is starting. Also, if you would like to further contribute to content like this, I do have a Patreon. It starts at $1 a month. The link to that can be found in the descriptive tome below in the Linktree portal. All of that housekeeping out of the way, let's get started drawing 3 cards for Capricorn, who we are starting with this time around, and we will of course end with Sagittarius, so we'll draw 3 cards for Capricorn and go from there. Come on, come on, come on. Beautiful. I think they're all sticking together a bit more. Oh, I'm gonna use that. That is exactly 3 cards. All right, thank you. For the season of Yule, Capricorn has pulled in the bottom of the deck 4 of Potions, and your main spread is the 9 of Needles, the Hermit, and the Page of Presents inverted. The 4 of Potions, as the underlying theme here, is that you are facing some kind of a decision right now, Capricorn. Above all else, you are encouraged to listen to your intuition. Really consider all the aspects and all the pros and cons of this decision before you make it. Also, remember that you don't have to accept everything that is being presented to you. It is okay to say no or to turn things down at times for the sake of not being spread too thin and not being overwhelmed later on down the line. 9 of Needles says that there is some fear and some anxiety and worry that is keeping you up at night, that is perhaps interfering with your ability to truly make this decision in the best mindset. Do what you can to set those worries aside and look as cleanly at this situation and this decision as you can. Remember that courage is not the absence of fear, it is moving forward in spite of fear. It's the realization that something else is more important than that fear, and thus not allowing yourself to be held back by those fears and those worries. The Hermit encourages you to withdraw a little bit and focus on this decision on your own. own. While you can, of course, turn to loved ones and talk to them, unfortunately, this is a situation and a decision where your own consideration of everything involved in the decision and its is entirely up to you. You are going to be the most familiar with everything involved. You're going to be most capable of recognizing what in the end is the best decision to make for yourself and for your future, for your goals. And the Page of Presents inverted points to some things that haven't quite gone to plan for you lately. I can definitely empathize with that. I am also a Capricorn, and this year did not go at all the way that I expected it would back in January and February when I made my plans video for the year. Just because something doesn't go according to your plan or go the way that you want or intend or need it to go doesn't mean the world is over. What you need to do now is, tally up your successes and your losses and cut your losses and move forward, because there are going to be new opportunities on the horizon. This decision you have to make right now is very likely one of them. So learn everything you can from all of the experiences you've had this year, especially those that you didn't get what you wanted in the end, and move forward with those lessons learned and with all of the successes you did have, knowing that more opportunity for success and for growth and for prosperity lie ahead of you in the new year of 2023. Learn those lessons, reflect on the decision yourself, and try to put your fears and worries aside to really examine it. Consider all aspects and follow your intuition above all else. You will know what the right decision is for yourself and for your future. We have 3 of the 4 minor arcana here, and we also have a major arcana, so this is going to be something that affects several aspects of your life. I do see that it's something that you don't necessarily need to act on right away, though. You have a decision to make, but you don't necessarily need to do anything beyond that decision just yet. I'm trying to think of what we could ask with our yes and no oracle here. Okay, is this going to be a short-term decision? Outlook good. So yes, it is going to be something that you see results in the short term and very soon after making the decision. So best of luck with your decision, Capricorn. For Aquarius, we have pulled in the bottom of the deck the 3 of Candles, and your main spread is the Ace of Potions inverted, the inverted Magician, and the 5 of Candles. So 3 of Candles as your theme for the reading says that you've been trying too hard lately to reach your goals all by yourself, when you really are better served working with other people in order to achieve those goals. The Ace of Potions also points to this concept that you actually need to be reaching out to other people. Ace of Potions inverted says that you have been holding on to too many feelings and thoughts that are starting to bog you down and make it harder to get anywhere. So even if your working with other people is merely talking to other people about those thoughts and feelings in order to get them off your chest and open up and find some relief and some positive, meaningful connection with other people, it's still better than how you've been trudging along so far, Aquarius. You need to open up to other people about what's going on in your life, and you need to work with other people in order to achieve the goals you currently have set in front of you. The inverted Magician says that you maybe have stunted your progress a little bit for fear of failure, and now is the perfect time to sit down and address that and move on from it. In fact, it's probably this fear of failure that you're holding on to and not wanting to talk to other people about, because somewhere in your head you understand that it's unhealthy to let that fear of failure stop you, but you're still getting stuck on it in your own head, and that is starting to cause you to slow down, to struggle with your work, to feel overwhelmed in other ways. The 5 of Candles does say that there's maybe a bit of competition or collaboration that's getting a bit too chaotic or a bit too difficult to navigate, so you perhaps need to take a step back. Ultimately, I think this is a personal, inside your own head sort of thing, where the side of you that wants to get work done and the side of you that's worried that it's not going to be worth all of the effort are reaching a point of stalemate, and it's causing you to have a lot of difficulty with actually meaningfully and reach any sort of milestones, let alone the goal itself. So take a step back from your work long enough to talk to the people you trust most and the people you feel closest to, and see if some of them maybe could help you with reaching this goal. See what sort of tasks you might be able to give to other people to reduce the amount of stress that you have to put in on yourself. But obviously, clearly, the ultimate thing here, Aquarius, stop being afraid of your emotions. Take a moment, open up to other people, and let other people help you for a little bit. I will ask to give you a bit of extra clarification here. Is all of this revolving around a professional or career goal? My reply is no, so it is not something in the vein of career or professional pursuits. So this is likely something very personal, but it is still clearly a big deal with the Magician being a major arcana card. So whatever it is, obviously you will know better than me, Aquarius, and I wish you luck navigating it. For our Yule readings, Pisces has pulled in the bottom of the deck the 8 of Needles, and your main spread is the 6 of Candles, the Knight of Candles inverted, and the 5 of Presents. 8 of Needles right off the bat says that you are feeling restricted in some way, but it encourages you to hold on to hope, because ultimately you do have the power to free yourself from whatever restriction you feel exists, and you will be able to pick up the pieces and keep going. The 6 of Candles is a card of victory, plain and simple. It lets you know that your work has been paying off and you are starting to see the fruit of your labor. So keep going and keep the momentum moving forward into your next project. Don't let yourself stop. That said, don't be so hasty and so focused on acting that you become reckless and get frustrated. The Knight of Candles does warn you not to get too wild, and to, while you keep the energy going, keep that energy focused on specific goals that you should already probably have in mind right now, Pisces. The 5 of Presents does say there's some material scarcity happening right now though, so if you do need a helping hand in terms of someone else to help get work done, or a little bit of extra money to pay for things, whatever that material scarcity may be, don't be afraid to ask for it. Don't be your own biggest obstacle for your own success, Pisces. We'll ask about this material scarcity here and see if we can't get a little bit more specific on what you are struggling to actually have enough of. Is Pisces low on cash, on hard, cold money right now? Spirits say no, so it's not a money issue. Very likely that means it is something to do with your time or your energy, or perhaps you just need another pair of hands to come help you with a couple of things. Whatever it might be, it's going to be some sort of tangible or otherwise investable resource. Do not be afraid to ask for help with it, and I wish you the best of luck moving forward with all of this energy into your next project, Pisces. For Aries, we have the 7 of Presents in the bottom of the deck, followed in the main spread by 4 cards who all jumped out at once. The 7 of Candles inverted, the inverted 6 of Presents, the inverted 3 of Candles, and the upright King of Presents. First, I will go ahead and confirm for you, Aries, that all of this pertains to how you act, and a lot to do with your material, tangible, investable resources that you have at your disposal, and it has to do with professional things and career things as well. The 7 of Presents reminds you that you do in fact have to keep your long-term goal in mind. You've got a longer road ahead of you than you maybe have remembered or have been keeping in mind. Thus, you need to focus on planning carefully and continuing to work hard and work diligently and persevere toward that goal that's at the very end of the road here. The 7 of Candles inverted says that you are getting a little too bogged down in the fine details and are losing sight of the bigger picture. So the 2 sevens are very much telling you the same thing of stop getting so caught up in the minutia and the nitty-gritty. Focus on the big picture. Focus on the long term. You need to plan carefully for a lot further down the road than you've actually had in mind lately. The Six of Presents inverted tells you that you also need to remember to take care of yourself and love yourself. Don't let small mistakes, again, letting the nitty-gritty pull you away from the bigger picture. Don't let small mistakes allow you to get upset with yourself and start to doubt yourself and your ability to reach this goal and complete this project that you're currently working on. Three of Candles inverted says to stop selling yourself short and remember that your potential is infinite. The King of Presents, rounding this out here, is the ultimate provider. Through hard work and smart delegation, he meets his goals and loves sharing the wealth with others. A call to spread cheer. Keep working hard, delegate to other people when you need help, and don't be afraid to share the reward that is coming to you with other people. Because when you share with other people, oftentimes you will find more and more people who are willing to help you reach your goals, because it helps everybody in the long run if you succeed, and these people will see that. Here's what I will ask for Aries. Is this a goal or a project that will extend past the end of the season of Yule and the start of In Bulk? Don't count on it. So you will likely see the fruits of this work before February 1st. So it is long term. You've still got a month or so that you need to work on this. That's better than nothing. You will see the results of the work you've been doing and any response to this reading by the time that the season of In Bulk starts at the beginning of February. Best of luck, Aries. Alright, here we have Taurus, who has pulled the inverted Six of Needles as the bottom of the deck, the inverted Three of Candles, the inverted Eight of Potions, and the upright Ten of Presents. These three all boil down to the same ultimate problem. Your theme here, which is further confirmed by the Three of Candles and the Eight of Potions, all inverted, is that you have been avoiding taking action in some way on something that's been making you really nervous. And the Six of Needles, first off, is telling you that whatever happens, you need to know that avoiding making this decision or taking this action is not going to serve you in the long run. And you need to trust that whatever change occurs because of your decision and your action is ultimately for the better and is going to be worth it. You need to get uncomfortable before you can get comfortable again. You need to step out of your comfort zone in order to grow and in order to achieve whatever success you have in your sights. Okay? The Three of Candles inverted, as with Aries just now, reminds you not to sell yourself short and to remember your full potential and everything you are capable of. Whatever comes as a result of this decision or this action with the Six of Needles, you are fully capable and ready to deal with whatever comes your way, to overcome the obstacles, and to reach the success and the goal that you have set in front of you. The Eight of Potions inverted is, again, pointing you toward this decision that needs to be made that perhaps you've been avoiding, and you need to make this decision. Just remember that as you focus on it and consider it, sometimes the best option is to let things lie as they are and just walk away from the past and move on. Sometimes walking away knowing you won't get any further closure is the best, and sometimes it's the only option. Ten of Presents comes in to lighten the mood a little bit though and tell you that at the end of all of this, good things are coming your way. Things will work out well in the end. The Ten of Presents is the Ten of Pentacles. It is financial abundance. It is a happy and secure home life. It is an achieved lasting legacy. It is physical contentment. It's fulfillment. So all of this is scary right now, and you do have things you still need to work for, but in the end, you will be entirely better for it. Things will be amazing for you on the other side of all of this, Taurus. So take some deep breaths to center and still yourself and get over the worry and stop avoiding taking the next steps toward your destiny that you have already set in motion. Let's see here. Is this decision of the Eight of Potions the only thing Taurus has been avoiding on this journey? There we go. Ask again later. Alright, so the cards are not opening up about that for now, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't act. Focus on this decision. Remember your potential. Remember that things will be okay in the end. They will all work out for good and probably for better than you are now. So keep your eyes set on the horizon. Make this decision, take this action, and move forward, Taurus. Gemini has pulled the Three of Potions upright in the bottom of the deck, the inverted Empress, the inverted Wheel of Fortune, and the upright Hanged Man. Ultimately, Gemini needs to focus on living in the now and focusing on what's going on right now rather than getting too caught up in what might or might not happen in the future and what has or has not happened in the past. Three of Potions, to start off, as your main theme and focus, says that you need to take some time to go hang out with your friends, your family, people who are like-minded and fun and supportive to be around, and just let yourself have a little bit of fun and relax and get away from all of the humdrum, the annoying things, the overwhelming things, the hard things for a little bit. It also lets you know that you should be ready for some sort of unexpected breakthrough in some way. The inverted Empress says you've been a little too hard on yourself lately, and you need to remember that you are, in fact, only human. You're going to make mistakes, and you need to give yourself a little bit of breathing room to have those mistakes and learn from them and grow and improve. Inverted Wheel of Fortune likewise reminds you, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man together are very heavily reminding you that fate and fortune are fickle and unpredictable and ever-changing. Hold on to hope and remember that even in the briefest of instants, your life could be completely changed forever, even by things that are completely outside of your control. So don't get so worried about things not going the way that you want them. Don't get so worried about what, as I said, the possibilities and potential of the future, or the things that have or have not occurred in the past that maybe you regret. Focus on living in now and focus on taking some time to just be you with the people that you want to be them and enjoy yourself for a little bit. Take a step back, take a break, and let yourself enjoy the first month of the new year. Okay, Gemini? We'll ask this, since the Three of Potions hints at unexpected breakthrough, we'll narrow it down a little bit. Is this breakthrough going to be career related? You may rely on it, so it's probably going to be something related to career or otherwise your professional adjacent endeavors. So, best of luck with all of that, Gemini. You've got this. Cancer has pulled today 7 of Presents inverted, 6 of Presents inverted, the inverted 6 of Needles, and the inverted 7 of Needles. First off, Cancer, I would maybe look into the number 7. It's only come up twice, and typically you want something to show up 3 times. If you have noticed the number 7 coming up several times in your life lately, you may want to look into that anyway. That said, your underlying theme with the inverted 7 of Presents is that you've been working really hard towards some sort of goal and you're not quite seeing the results of that work yet. You've got basically nothing to show for it, and you may be at a point where you're threatening to get discouraged or give up. You are urged to keep working. While your results may not be as great as you wanted or expected, and they may not have arrived as soon as you wanted or expected, they are still coming to you as long as you actually see the work all the way through. The 4 of Presents inverted says that your relationship with money and your other investable resources may be a little bit off right now. You need to evaluate your budget and make sure that you're not spending frivolously. Make sure that you're focusing on being able to afford all of the priorities. Basically, you want to take time to make sure that you are living below your means rather than at, and certainly not beyond. The 6 and the 7 of Needles say that you are avoiding something right now. 6 of Needles, specifically inverted, says that you are avoiding taking some sort of necessary action because you're afraid of getting out of your comfort zone right now. And that makes a lot of sense for Cancer to be avoiding getting uncomfortable, but you need to get uncomfortable before you can get comfortable again. Growth and achievement and moving forward are just outside of that comfort zone. So you need to take some deep breaths and forge ahead. 7 of Needles, likewise, you've been avoiding focusing on reality. You're trying too much to escape and not look at it and not pay attention to it. And you need to stop doing that because it's getting to a point where it's potentially unhealthy. I think the fact that you are avoiding reality, avoiding doing certain things, and maybe going a little too ham, spending money here and there, are all part of this issue of you feeling like you haven't earned enough. Reprioritize your budget and take a deep breath and do the things that need to be done, and just focus on continuing to work toward your goal, and you will get there. So with our sort of magic 8-ball oracle here, why don't we clarify, necessarily give you too much expectation of when you will see the fruits of this work. If Cancer heeds this guidance and works with it moving forward, will she see the results within the next 6 months? Concentrate and ask again. So that is unclear. There's probably a lot more up in the air as far as this goes, but focus on getting the work done, living below your means, and actually doing the things that need be done, no matter how scary they are. For the Yule season, Leo has pulled the inverted 9 of Presents, the inverted 6 of Needles, it's coming up a lot lately, the Star, and the 3 of Candles. 9 of Presents. It's reminding you of your potential and your power, Leo. Do not sell yourself short. If you are giving your time, your energy, your skill to something, make sure that you are being compensated an appropriate and worthwhile amount for that. You need to be paid whatever you deserve, whatever you have actually earned. You are skilled. You are talented in some way. Don't forget that. Remember your potential. Remember all that you are capable of. From that, the 6 of Needles, as with the previous readings who have also pulled it, there is something you're avoiding doing because you don't want to deal with the discomfort that comes with it. As I've said in the other readings where it came up, you have to get uncomfortable before you get comfortable again. Some sort of important milestone for a goal, for a project, for your personal journey is right on the other side of that discomfort. So take a deep breath, get out of your comfort zone, do the thing that you've been avoiding, and move forward. That said, the Star and the 3 of Candles are helping to balance this out, and the Star tells you that this is a wonderful time of hope. Again, bounding off of you have a lot of potential, it's urging you to look to the stars, to dream, to go with all of the things and really think about and plan out all of the things that you most want to do with yourself or with others. In tandem with the 9 of Presents inverted, stop doubting yourself. Take time to focus on the dreams and the plans that you have in your head and really think them out and plan them out and let yourself have fun planning them out. The 3 of Candles says that you don't have to do this alone. Reach out to other people who will cooperate with you, who will collaborate with you, who can maybe add something to these projects and these goals that you can't do on your own. As you work together with these people, be open to their suggestions and their ideas and find compromise and find the happy medium between what you want and what they want. We got 3 of the 4 suits. There's not too much going on emotionally or relationship wise for you right now, Leo. This is gonna be much more work oriented. Is this reading for Leo revolving around a business venture? Most likely. Best of luck with this business venture. Have faith in yourself and have faith in the people that you are working with to achieve this goal and expand this business, create this business, whatever it might be. Do all the things that you are hesitating doing despite the discomfort that will come with them. Stay starry-eyed about this because there is a lot of potential in this, and if you hold on to that hope and that faith in the potential and in the plan and in the people you're working with, you are incredibly unlikely to fail. Virgo, it seems that you've been putting yourself in not the best situation here. You have pulled the inverted Page of Potions, the upright 8 of Needles, the inverted Devil, and the inverted 6 of Potions. The Page of Potions as your theme. You emotionally have been thinking and feeling in unhealthy patterns. Particularly, you just haven't been handling certain emotions well. You've been childish or naive, maybe even a little bit selfish. And in particular, the Page of Potions urges you to find some sort of new outlet for your emotions, most likely something creative. The 8 of Needles furthers this point, stating that you've been feeling restricted in some way. And whatever the cause of this particular feeling, it reminds you that you do have the power to free yourself from the situation and pick up the pieces of yourself and put yourself back together again and move forward. The inverted devil tells you up front, you need to do the things that are scaring you the most right now in order to get out of self-sabotaging habits and thoughts. Inverted Six of Potions says that you've been feeling nostalgic lately, but to your own detriment. You've been romanticizing too much about what once was and not focusing enough on what is now. All that together, you are what's holding you back right now. Get your mind into the present and focus on doing the things that you are most avoiding doing in order to break the unhealthy habits that you've developed recently and move forward and grow. This is all on you. All of these issues stem from you, so the resolution must come from you. I'll ask this to give you a bit more context here. Is this pertaining to a relationship beyond Virgo's relationship with herself? Spirits say yes, so there is some other relationship involved here. It's not just you with yourself. Perhaps a relationship going on in your life, perhaps things going on with that relationship are what has led you into this mentality and these emotions. You just aren't doing what you need to do to get back out of it and move forward from whatever happened. Whatever the case may be, you will probably have the best inkling of what needs addressing, Virgo. I wish you luck, and I hope that your situation improves before we next meet in February. Libra, you have pulled a bunch of Needles cards, which is the sword suit, which is the suit of air. So this is all very much a mental thing, but you, being an air sign, are more than capable of navigating all of the guidance these cards have for you. That said, you've pulled the inverted Seven of Needles, the inverted Ten of Presents, the Queen of Needles, and the inverted Eight of Needles. Inverted Seven of Needles says that in the long run, it is best to be honest with yourself and acknowledge all aspects of reality and work through them in order to move forward. Be brave. You are more than capable of navigating whatever's going on right now. Inverted Ten of Presents reminds you that you don't need to face it all alone. You need to reach out to others for support in the same way that many people probably reach out to you for support. The Queen of Needles embodies all of the aspects and all of the positive qualities that you already have at your disposal. Queen of Needles is intelligent, she is sensible, she takes her time making up her mind about things, she is fair, she is practical, and she should never be underestimated. This is you. You are the intellectual, sensible, fair, practical individual here. You have the strength of mind to deal with all of this. The Eight of Needles inverted, likewise, is trying to steer you away from being too self-deprecating. You're being too hard on yourself lately. I think all in all, this is mostly needing to address your own mindset about yourself. The Ten of Presents being in here, though, says that there's some other physical, material aspect to this. There's something to do with work or your professional endeavors. There's something to do with money, your finances. The inverted Ten of Presents does also say that you may have an unhealthy relationship with the concept of wealth in some way. This may be too specific of a question, but does Libra need to come to understand that they are in fact deserving of abundance? This feels like the right question. It is certain. You deserve as much as anyone else to have abundance and prosperity, Libra. Convince yourself that you are worth all of the good things that life has brought to you in exchange for the things you have done. Above all else, you have the mind to navigate all that you ever have to deal with. It's okay to reach out to other people for support every now and then. Mentally, you are strong enough to deal with it. You may still need others to help in other aspects, but you are capable and you are worthy. Do not forget that. Scorpio has pulled one extra card in the main spread. All four jumped out at once, so we're gonna roll with it. The upright Three of Needles, the upright Ace of Needles, the Nine of Presents, these are all upright, the Four of Needles, and the King of Candles. Now, mostly this is a mental thing going on with you as well, Scorpio. You do have some dips into action and your creative stuff and your physical, tangible well-being and resources. Three of Needles, as our overarching theme, says that you've been through some sort of really hard grief or heartbreak or betrayal, and you're having to deal with that grief, and it makes sense. Find ways to express yourself and work through these feelings and these thoughts as meaningfully as you can. You don't have to sit and sulk in it. Find whatever means you can to work through it and start moving forward. In ways that might help, the Ace of Needles says that you have had some sort of eureka moment and you're feeling really inspired and energized to work on some kind of idea. It might be several ideas. You are urged to follow that and write down all of these ideas. I don't think you need to act on it yet though, because the Four of Needles says you need to rest. You're dealing with this grief right now, and you need time to process that. As a way to help you work through it and move forward from it, you've gotten some sort of inspiration. And so when you need a break from and a distraction from what you've been through, working on these ideas, writing them down and developing them is your main focus. The Nine of Presents also says that in terms of those tangible or investable resources, I always use that phrase, you're doing pretty well right now, actually. You've gotten the reward for some sort of hard work. So now you just need to focus on not being too frivolous with spending whatever you've received, and really take your time working through that so that you don't end up bankrupting yourself immediately. It's probably a time and an energy thing. What I can tell, Four of Needles tells you that you do need to rest, and working with the Three of Needles, it makes sense. You've been through something rough lately. You need a break from everything while you work through what happened here and find a way forward. King of Candles reminds you that you are capable and to focus on the big picture. The King of Candles is a visionary with a knack for bringing people together and inspiring them to work toward a common goal. You are also capable of this, Scorpio. Remember that. And remember that as much as this hurts, there is a bigger picture. Right now with this reading, the grief is the big picture. All of this plays together in helping you process this and move forward. This is also one piece of a bigger picture of your entire life. This grief will not last forever. You will move on from it. You will have happier times again. All of this is helping you reach the other side of that and have something to keep you propelling forward. I'm going to clarify the Nine of Presents and see if I can't nail down what resource it is. Is Scorpio's Nine of Presents referring to their time and energy that they have at their disposal? As I see it, yes. Whatever happened, you have a lot of time on your hands now, and probably a bit more energy because of that. Funnel that time and that energy into this, but don't overdo it. Take breaks every now and then and make sure you're taking care of yourself. Alright, and for this Yule Tarot video, last but certainly not least, is Sagittarius, who again had 4 cards jump out at once, so we're gonna roll with it. You have the inverted Three of Potions, the inverted Five of Presents, and Four of Presents, the inverted Page of Potions, and the upright Two of Presents. Very clearly, this is a bit of an emotional thing, but mostly this has something to do with those investable resources or your career, your professional endeavors. Three of Potions, being our underlying theme, says that you, Sagittarius, have been feeling very disconnected from people around you and have been starting to worry about what that means for your future in that relationship. Don't force things. Focus on being true to yourself. And remember that not all relationships are meant to last to the end of time. We often grow to be incompatible with the people we care about and love around us without even realizing it. Friendships fall apart over time. Stay true to yourself, even if it means you will be alone for a while. The inverted Five of Presents says that while you've had a tough time professionally or financially, your luck is changing, so you just need to be ready and open to receiving new unexpected opportunities moving forward. Four of Presents, as with a previous reading, make sure you're living below your means, not at or beyond. Inverted Page of Potions, like with Virgo, says that your emotional state is at a point where you're being childish or naive or just generally unhealthy with yourself, and you need to find a new outlet for those emotions. Particularly consider creative outlets for them. The Two of Presents reminds you that you need to have all aspects of your life in balance with each other. And remember that there's only so much time in a day. Don't spread yourself too thin with where you devote your time. Is this relationship with the Three of Potions a professional one? All right, I had 2 cards flip. Don't count on it, and better not tell you now. So I don't see this being a professional relationship, at least not right now. Some other relationship is what's being affected by this Three of Potions. You probably already know better than me, Sagittarius, which relationship is coming into question. That said, best of luck. Be open for these opportunities. Be careful with your money. Be careful with your time. Find that emotional outlet and you'll be good. And with that, there are our 12 Western zodiac sign readings for the season of Yule. I hope you found at least one reading in this video that provided you some necessary guidance and helped to improve your outlook of your situation. And I will see you all again with more readings for In Bulk. I of course have other videos coming out before then. But thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful Yule season. If you did enjoy the video, please click the like button and leave me a comment letting me know what your plans are for the new year of 2023. If you enjoy all of my content so far and would like to stay up to date on all my videos as they premiere here, please click the subscribe button and click that little bell button to turn on all notifications so you never miss a single premiere. If you enjoy the tarot content specifically, I do have a playlist of all of my past tarot readings. You can find the link to that as well as to the previous reading video at Samhain in both the cards up here and in the doobly-doo. You can also find in the doobly-doo the Linktree portals to other social media planes if you'd like to see where I'm active in those areas. And if you would like to further contribute to supporting my content, please consider becoming a patron. It is only $1 a month. The link to that is also contained in the Linktree portal. Thank you again so much. Happy Yule and keep aiming, my loves. Mwah!